Okay guys, got this Kohler V-twin engine and the flywheel magnets under the flywheel came loose and destroyed the stator, so I put another stator in it. But this is what happened. If mud daubers or something gets in there and builds a nest, the magnets are going to come loose and destroy this charge stator. So this is definitely shorted out because of the metal cutting into the insulation on the wire. I have rewound these. It's not easy to do, but you can rewind them. And to get the magnets, I've redone this one, just glued them in just now, but you got to clean it up really good. You have to put this flywheel in an oven, 500 degrees for 2 hours. That will loosen all the rest of the magnets that are in there. You can reuse the magnets that are good, and if you have another flywheel, or you can buy the magnets on eBay, you can go ahead and put this thing back together without buying a $200 or $300 flywheel. So it's an inexpensive way to fix it, and it does work. It works really good. You just need to make sure you get all the magnets concentric with each other. You want to try to keep the balance of the flywheel as much as possible. So other than that, you can see my little spacers that I put in, and then the popsicle sticks underneath to give it the height that it needs off the bottom of the flywheel here. So you can push them down on top of the popsicle sticks, and that'll give it the right spacing all the way around and the height. So that, once it's dry, I'll clean it up a little bit. I'll sand the excess off or cut it off with something, a JB weld that I used. But you need to make sure you get this thing really clean where you're going to glue it together. I used lacquer thinner, sanded it, got it really clean, shiny metal, and then clean it all, magnets and the surface, with lacquer thinner. Let that dry a little bit, then you can start gluing them in, and any excess you can just take off with a knife or whatever. So that's all it takes to re-glue these in. And like I said, you can rewind these. I have rewound them. It's not that hard, but it takes a while. Your fingers get tired. But like I said, this is an inexpensive way to get this thing fixed up where it charges again. And then if the charge stator shorts, you're going to end up replacing the voltage regulator as well. So that's where the voltage regulator plugs in. The center wire goes to the battery. It charges it. The outside wires are the charge stator. Once you get this thing going, you can check voltage here to here across the two. It's going to give you an AC voltage. The rectifier, voltage rectifier, changes it from AC between these two to DC output right here. So that charges the battery about 13.6 to 14.5 volts direct current. So you can check all that with your meter once you get it back together, make sure everything's working. And to test this, if you suspect that the magnets have broken, you can check from here to here on these two outside wires with your ohm meter to see if they're open, and then you can check one side with your ohm meter to ground and see if it's shorted. So if it's shorted, and you're not getting voltage output on these two, then you know something's wrong. Well, that's it. Thought I'd tell you all that.